Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into another daily read. We're going to talk about Friday. So, as you can see, we're going to utilize the Sacred Destiny Oracle to begin our reading. And I felt guided to choose to utilize this common crystal to put on top of the deck, and pairing that with the glowing, peaceful imagery on the back of the cards. I really feel it's going to be a tranquil day, all right? One where I'm hearing restoring peace, all right, restoring a sense of maybe security as well. And I want to say as well, on a different random note, your confidence is coming into play. It feels like you're waking up on the right side of the bed, ready to conquer this Friday period and see things work out better. And so they're saying, good, utilize that motivation, that proper positive outlook, and do what you know intuitively is going to work best for you, and take care of responsibilities and obligations like the master that you are more so at this point along your path. With that said and done, right from the middle, we're beginning with flexibility. Okay, so the day reminds you that when you are open to the flexibility that is needed at times, and it will be guaranteed needed throughout this day specifically, then things get done exactly when they're meant to and how they're meant to. There's a sense of, as I was just shown an imagery of my hand with a closed grip like this. If you proceed through your days, and this day specifically, obviously, with a sense of control wanted to that extent, right? I'm not getting the right wording. It feels like I heard restraint, but I feel as if the day requires each of us individually to be open to the flexibility that is needed in different ways. You know, if I woke up and I had a specific time when I was planning to read, and I'm not going to read at any other point, I wouldn't get some of my readings done. You know what I mean? And so certain factors are going to play into you having to just flow with a sense of flexibility. Okay. I'm going to put it on the board. I was debating whether I wanted to, but let's pull two more. Truth. So I feel there is truth being spoken throughout this day, spirits being very honest with you individually at certain points, and that communication is going to come through differently for everybody. You know, if you're plugged in like myself and very spiritual, you are going to, at the very least, part of this truth and honesty coming through will be through your thoughts, your dreams, in synchronicities, I feel will be one of the main forms for the majority. You know, things like angel numbers, symbols, colors. All right. When you look at something throughout the day, what does it tell you? What does it make you feel? You know, if you're pushed to look at, for example, blue, you know, regardless of what kind of shade it is, I'm getting light blue and also like a dark navy blue. What do those two different shades I'm hearing teach you, remind you of, and make you feel? And so I really sense that blue was pointed out for the main reason that it does give me the message and the thought of peace, okay, right off the bat. But then if you think about like a dark navy or royal blue, it gives more strong vibes, right? More of a serious energy, but a comfort stemming from it either way, all the meanwhile. Anyways, you're going to be pushed to be completely real with yourself in regards to something that needs to change or be let go of. And this will benefit you greatly. You already know this, but it feels like this honesty is coming through and being pulled out of you for a sake of true purpose. Moving on to going forward, we're going to put this one in the middle. It feels like you're going to be pushed to shift things on forward more so. However, that's going to be looking like and experienced for you individually. It feels like you want to move things forward, but then hold yourself back at certain points. It's, for example, somebody knows that they're going to be successful at posting on a specific social media platform, or maybe creating a different one, but then you hold yourself back from doing so, or you simply don't put in the effort. You know what I mean? Just being real with you. Or, and we spoke upon this a bit in the previous daily read, you want new friends, right? Platonic soulmates with commonalities and similar interests otherwise. But then someone asks you to hang out and you simply don't take them up on that offer, or you make an excuse, or yeah, I'm hearing turn them down. It could be more so in regards to dating, or maybe a chance to succeed for your career, your work, more so. And so Spirit's saying, let's move things on forward. All right, um, don't let yourself get in your own way. You know what I mean? Because it feels like your wants and desires are part of this day, and that's going to be something that naturally takes a focus so that you can actually go for what you want, go for what you maybe even more so need, and it could be both, right? And this will feel ultra satisfying, all right, and progressive for you. But there's a feeling of this day highlighting how bright your individual path is going to be moving forward. Because I feel naturally, if you were to do some simplistic reflecting, your path hasn't always been that bright. You know what I mean? Sure, it's come and gone at times, but it feels like this is a time where you're needing to maybe better understand how bright things are going to be for you moving forward, but to allow for yourself to as well. For some, you need this reminder for whatever reason, if not multiple. Don't let your past speak upon your future. Right? Excuse me. As I feel there's a little bit of nervousness that I'm getting in regards to this collective moving forward. Say for example, somebody drawn to the reading is meant to be getting back out into the dating field, but then you've dealt with some hearing a-holes. You've dealt with some really untrustworthy and maybe even sketchy people in the past, and so naturally you still are holding and carrying forward a bit of, if not a ton of nervousness and weariness is what I'm getting about getting back out there, or giving somebody your trust. Does that make sense? And so if that's not applicable for you, then so be it. Just take what resonates. But it feels like that could as well be in regards to friends. You know what I mean? So it's a day where connections are going to be a big part of a big part of it. 717, look up the angel number meaning. Your body temperature as well as part of this day. We're needing you to warm up if you're feeling a bit chilly, cold. It might be a spiritual presence of negativity, bad intention. It does happen to be real with you. But if it's the complete opposite, where you're heating up for whatever reason, if not multiple, do your best to cool down, because we need you to be feeling ultra comfortable. The Nine of Pentacles. This is the Spacious. Is it called the Spacious Tarot? Yeah. I love this deck. It wasn't cheap either. If I could speak at this point, the Nine of Pentacles, because I feel this is a day where you feel like you're standing alone in certain ways, and maybe in regards to more so an area or two in your life. And for some, it feels like your path as a whole. But then again, if that's applicable, I feel Spirit's providing you, and has been at certain points of rewinding back, providing you significant chances, opportunities to further connect with people, to make new connections, right? To spark them. And if Spirit's saying you at times, or in general, don't partake, you know what I mean? You don't carry forward and water what could be, a soulmate for you, or actually is. But it does feel like you're very independent throughout this day, and getting it done, all right? But yeah, it's a day that reminds us once again that what you water, what you give your attention and resources towards, what you apply yourself towards, is going to grow naturally. I mean, if it's not meant to, then it's not meant to. But it feels like you're needing to maybe think about how much attention you have been and have not been giving certain areas of your life. I feel like there's some real overachieving, hardworking busybodies drawn to the reading, and I can totally relate, where they're saying you will and should make time for what is most important for you. Work is not everything. Money is not everything. What else do we have for Friday? The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to be gaining attention throughout this day. It feels like there's also a supportive, protective, very watched over energy about this period. You might also be thinking about when you were looked at in times of secrecy, in times of alone time. I feel like there's someone drawn to the reading where your phone was hacked once, if not multiple times. I can relate. There's somebody drawn to the reading where you actually had a stalker, you know what I mean? If not multiple. And so this is coming into play because we need you to be um, regaining a sense of trust in people, right? Selectively, of course, and trust your intuition and selectively spirit in regards to this. But again, these people from your past do not speak upon the quality connections that you're meant to be meeting and furthering, watering, growing, moving forward. Because you're meant to have plenty of solid, healthy, rewarding connections. But as well, they're saying trust in the truth that you feel at this point about certain people and other aspects of your life because it's somehow going to be part of this day. But it feels like a period for you where the wheel is turning in your favor and you can't help but feel this greatly. You're seeing evidence of this. I feel there's a sweetness about this day in regards to how something's growing, how something's spiraling in the right direction is what I'm getting. But I'm getting from the middle here, you might find as well there's a focus on the whirlwind of your mind and how for some like myself, your spirituality absolutely quite consistently plays into that. It's exhausting. But right from the middle, let's get one for the left-hand side. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Why is it feeling like a day where there's very little, if not, there's no stress within your life, as I struggled to say that. It does feel like this is a time for you where you're needing to be completely honest in regards to why that is and what you can be doing more so and even less of which in order to increase this stress-free, maybe easygoing, easy accomplishing, easily connecting kind of energy and vibe. But going back to the Wheel of Fortune over here on top of the flexibility card, don't be surprised when it ends up being a period where your flexibility leaves the wheel even more so churning in your favor, okay? It's going to be a very successful day as it does and will feel and see spirit pushing us each individually to, in certain ways, move on forward, okay? So that is what I have for you. I hope it was truly helpful. I am obviously sending you a ton of love and light.